Hey, welcome back. Hope you guys are having a great Tuesday, and thank you for joining me talking all things Masters of the Universe. And yes, today you're getting a second video, because today, as you can see, I received my Snake Mountain from Origins playset. We'll take a look at the box art. I do have it out, and it's all put together, so we'll be comparing it to the 80s version. And here we go. And before that, guys, I also got in the mail, and we'll be doing a review on him tomorrow. I only have the one, so I'm not going to be taking him out of the packaging. But here's a little sneak peek. I have the mini comic book version of Manny Faces right there. We'll do a review on him tomorrow. We'll compare him to the standard version right there. Really cool, but there you go, guys. So stay tuned for that for tomorrow as we look at the mini comic version of Manny Faces from Origins. Alright. So keep him out of the way real fast. And here we go. Here is Snake Mountain. Absolutely amazing artwork. You have the Master Universe logo right there. Snake Mountain, the evil stronghold of Skeletor. Right there. You have Thunder Punch and Dragon Blaster, Skeletor. You got Webster coming from the snake head right there. Got Stinkor and Moss Man, and Tongue Lasher, and some of the Snake Men right there with King Hess. You have a lot of the Skeleton Warriors and stuff like that. Really cool. And speaking of mini comic book Manny Faces, there he is in front of the box art. Absolutely bright, beautiful colors. Amazing. You have Buzz Off and Screech, and looks like Too Bad giving Man-at-Arms a nice bear hug. Whiplash. So all very beautiful. Amazing. Also, we'll be comparing it to the box of the Origins Grayskull, and you can see the height differences, and there is a major height difference between the two. And also, I'll be telling you two things that I wish they would have included in the Snake Mountain playset. Nothing big, nothing major, you know. I just wish they would have included something, something here, and something that they removed from the vintage 80s version. But there you go. One more shot. Of course, there's the top of the packaging right there. Just like, what we saw in Origins, all the features that Snake Mountain has. Alright, put this down real fast so I can turn the box around. There you go. Some incredible, Playset features here with all the figures right there all around Snake Mountain. There's a shot right there. Really, really cool, guys. It looks like one of those photos from those old classic magazines, from stores, catalogs that you would flip through, and you would see this, and your heart would be like, this is a must-have, if you're a collector or just a love for He-Man. Alright. Now, let me just turn this back around. Put it over here. Now I'm going to bring in Grayskull. And I also want to tell you one of my things I wish they would have included with Snake Mountain. That's no big deal. But as you can see, I'm going to back up a little bit here. You can see the difference in height between the two boxes. There's Snake Mountain right there. Of course, there's Grayskull. Now, the one thing I wish they would have included with Snake Mountain, and it's not a big thing, is that with Grayskull, they included a special exclusive figure with Grayskull. And it would be kind of nice. It would have been nice, but it's, no big deal, that we would have gotten an exclusive figure with Snake Mountain. I would think that would have been a nice little added bonus for us right there. And the one figure I would have liked to seen, because we have quite a few of them. We could have gotten like the Leo Faker, the Leo Skeletor, or we could have gotten the different. Here it is, like all these guys here. We could have gotten the Leo Skeletor right there. We could have gotten this Cobra Khan, or the black variant of blood of Skeetor. This Ninjor here. But I think for the most part, if they would have given us a exclusive figure, I would have been like nice to get the Leo Skeletor as the exclusive Origins figure for Snake Mountain. But but still, it's no big deal. I'm very happy we got this. This is Snake Mountain is a much improved Snake Mountain. Of course, they've had over 40 years to improve the design from the original. But there you go. One more shot of the boxes before we actually look at the Snake Mountain itself. All right, guys. Yeah, one more thing. Like, what do you think? If there was a figure to be included, if they could, do it again or do a re-release of Snake Mountain, what figure would you have liked to have seen added to the playset if they could do that? So, leave that in the comments below, guys. All right, guys, let's take a look at Snake Mountain now. So give me a second, guys. We'll go to the next area. All right, guys, here we go. Here's Snake Mountain. The Origins. No, I'm just kidding, guys. This is actually the vintage 80s version right here. Now, my Origins version is back there, and we'll get a much closer look at it. But I want to show you where the Origins version it was inspired by. So there it is. There's the original version. Now, the original 80s version, it was very, I would say, like, all the function was in the front of the playset, whereas, I would feel like Grayskull was inside. So that was a much improvement to what they'd done with the Origin Snake Mountain. They actually gave us some room to actually put stuff in behind in the Origin Snake Mountain. And I'll show you what I mean about that. But here's the 80s version right here. You can see, I'll be walking back and forth, guys. Sorry for the shaky cam. So this is the 80s version. And here is the Origins version right there. Now the Origins version, the bridge is one piece right there. Whereas the 80s version was two parts right there. As you can see, if you don't, for anyone who is not familiar with the classic 80s version of Snake Mountain, of course the snake head is a much improved snake head. There is the 80s version, where the Origins version is articulated. You can move the mouth up and down if you wish. Another thing that Origins and in the vintage 80s version share is that this mouth does articulate. You can move the mouth. There's a button in the back that you can open and close like that. Same with the 80s version. Now you can see the chains right here. Now the chains. Now these are like remakes for me. The original chains would break because they're very, very brittle, and you can see with the original 80s version that there's a little C right there. It slides the figure in, whereas the new version, they're fully circled right there. You have to remove the hand from the figure to pop in the the chain, and then put the hand back in right there to clamp it in place. Another feature that the original had, I'm trying to put this light on, maybe this is a little better. Right there, it has foot pegs around the base of the Origin Snake Mountain, which is nice. You can put, you can clamp on your figure as well. A much bigger ladder for the Origins version, whereas the Classics 80s version was a much smaller feature. Also, another feature that was kind of improved from the vintage is that, this right here was supposed to, you can't really fit figures inside because it's too small. But they have improved that. A nice, get a little bonehead out of the way here. Get this guy out of the way here too. You have a much really cool like swamp effect or veins, like maybe Snake Mountain's alive. It's got a nice rubbery texture. It's very pliable. very strong. It should last for years. But there you go, guys. There's a look. So a much improved look. Of course, there's that peak right there. A Snake Mountain. Okay. Now the other thing that I wish they would have included is that the vintage one, and I'll show you. Now the wolf head was a really cool feature because in the vintage one, the wolf head was a microphone that you could talk through and make it sound like you were, Snake Mountain, and you're, scaring the good guys and stuff like that, and just really, really cool. So the wolf head here, I'm going to go behind here in a minute, is not like that in the Origins line, and I wish they would have included that feature, that talking feature, in the Origins feature. But like I said, a much different wolf head right there. There was a button. Let me show you the back. Here's the back real fast, guys, before we get any further. See, a very plain Jane back from the Origins. I mean, with the vintage line. It has the same trap door. I'll show you the feature. But it came with a net right there. And pretty much this is it, guys. This is what was, with the 80s version. You can see these monsters here are going to play a big part here in a minute with the Origins line. But there's a little microphone there. Test. This is Snake Mountain. He-Man and heroes beware. So yeah, so this. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, as you can see, there was a cool microphone there that you can like turn on with this little button right here, and then you can play around with it. You can make some evil noises and really scary sounds with it. With the handle right there. There's the handle that moves the mouth in the front right there. So it's a really cool feature. And I wish they would have included that in the Origins version. But still, it's no big deal. I mean, I'm very happy that we got what we did. But if we did get a re-release and they would improve, I mean, it's a very little improvement, guys, because this Origins version is amazing. But that's something I would like to have included with the Origins line. But as you can see, a very plain Jane back. Very, you can you can put some figures here in the vintage one, and that's about it. The net right here, where they have improved that. And so let's look in behind the trapdoors right there. There's a little switch right there that will fall the figure into the net and you'll be captured, and then just clamp it back on. There you go. But let's look at in the back of the Origins version right here. So here's all my figures right here. There's my Origins Gray Skull right there. And here is the back of Snake Mountain Origins right there. Of course, Origins has this really cool cage feature that you can put in between here and by the trap door right there. Of course, there's this added really cool bonus here of this acid pit right here, and I have poor Buzz Off getting more quicksand. He's getting into quicksand. Of course, he can like fly out. But I have Whiplash right here, and I got Skeleton from the Screech 2-pack. But you can see the wolf head is a much smaller feature. And let me get Sunman out of the way here, where you can see those same pictured monsters are now fully 3D'd that you can plug into the slime pit. The trapdoor does close, I believe, as I drop poor Pighead. The trapdoor does fall. There you go. Boom. So very cool, very cool. A much improved playset. I think my best feature. I do love the bone throne here that was added, and there's more space here now. As you can see, they created a top level for us here in this playset, whereas of course the original does not have that. So there is the original again. So there you go, guys. There is a look at the Origins Snake Mountain playset. Very, very cool. A must-have for any collector of the Origins line. So you can slide this cage out, and you can put it anywhere you wish. All right, guys. Take one more check around the front here. Now, I gotta say, there are some pegs right there. You can see them right there, but you cannot fit any figures on these pegs here. I don't know what. Maybe the Skeleton Warriors might fit, nicely there because they're, their size and how thin they are. Maybe they can fit a few of those the Skeleton Warriors right there. So, all right, there you go, guys. There's a look at the Origin Stake Mountain. Very, very cool. I'm absolutely happy that I have one finally. And I hope you have yours as well. I got mine at Big Bad Toy Store. It was just shipped out, and I got mine a few days later. I like the added peek here. Alright, guys, I'd like to take time out to thank my subscribers. If you made it this far in the video and subscribed, please subscribe, guys. I love talking with you guys all things Master Universe. And you can see real fast, you can see the differences between the heights between the two, of Stake Mountain right here and the Origins Grayskull. Of course, that Super 7 Stake Mountain was absolutely amazing. If you have that, I mean, wow. That thing was huge. I mean, incredible, absolutely incredible. So I'm sorry, guys, I was a little distracted because I'm just in awe here, because this is so cool, guys. So let me just do it again. So thank you for watching my video. If you made it this far in the video and subscribe, please subscribe, guys. I love talking with you guys all things Master Universe, through the Origins line, through the Masterverse, and we'll be going back to the Masterverse line on Thursday. We'll be heading back to Wave 9 to look at Merman, but tomorrow we'll be looking at the mini comic book version of Man-E-Faces. All right, so hit that like button, guys, and hit that share button, guys, for anyone who has a passion and a love for collecting Master Universe figures throughout over 40 years of this incredible product, guys, through the Origins line, through, vintage 80s or classics or Masterverse or CGI or Super 7 or 2000X. So, guys, I hope you guys have a great Tuesday, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Take care, guys, and have a good one.